Hello, today we are going to be taking notes on Earth's orbit and seasons. As always, you have the link to the digital notebook in Schoology, so feel free to have this open, click present so you get full screen so it's easy for you to just copy down. And in this video, I'm going to verbally walk you through the notes so you have that as a resource as well. So here are some simple slides for us to go over what is in our notes. So today we are talking about Earth's orbit and the seasons. So our learning target for today is that I can describe what causes the seasons. First off, we are going to draw this diagram in our notebook. Just worry about having the sun, earth, and moon with its orbits around it. So a circle around the sun with the earth on that circle, and a circle around the earth with the moon on that circle. So the reason we're drawing this diagram is because the main reason for having seasons on Earth is because of the position of the Earth compared to the sun. So we need to look at its orbital diagram to understand why we have seasons. Some main facts to know about Earth in its spatial area compared to the sun and the moon is that, first off, the Earth rotates on its axis every 24 hours. So another word for rotate could be spin. So the Earth is constantly spinning, but we don't notice it because the Earth is so big and it's rotating or spinning so slow that we don't really feel it. But it's really important in keeping the Earth the way we know it today. And that is why we have one full day in 24 hours, because the Earth rotates a complete circle, a complete spin in 24 hours. The Earth is also tilted. So it's not standing up straight like this. It is actually tilted at about 24 degrees. And this is super important when it comes to why we have seasons. In addition to that, the moon revolves around the Earth about every 27 days, which is why we get a month being about 30 days. So it's give or take, but it's about those 27 days gives us a month because that's how the moon revolves. So revolves is going all around like this, the Earth. And at the same time, the Earth is revolving around the sun. So if this was the sun, my little glass thing, and this is the Earth, except it's not the right size. All right, so we're to pretend this is the Earth, this is the sun, okay? So the Earth revolves around the sun like this. And when the Earth revolves one complete cycle around the sun, we call that a revolution. One revolution is equal to 1 year here on Earth. So if I start here and I go all the way around the sun and I get back to my starting point, that is a revolution or 1 year here on Earth. So those are just some key vocab facts to know about the Earth, moon, and sun. And we're going to talk now about how that gives us the seasons. So the Earth spins, so it rotates, right? It spins like that, right? And it orbits as it's spinning around the sun, right? Like that. But at the same time, the Earth is tilted. So it's not straight like this, it's tilted. So because it's tilted, it causes the amount of sunlight to change based on its location. So you can see the picture on the slides, which might be easier than my little doohickeys right here. But because it's at a tilt, you can see that this bottom part is actually closer to the sun compared to the top part. So when it's tilted like this, the south hemisphere, the southern hemisphere, has summer because it's closer to the sun because of its tilt. And the northern hemisphere, where we are, has winter, which is where we are today. So we have winter because we're slightly tilted away from the sun, so we don't get as much sunlight, and that is why we have winter in the northern hemisphere. Versus if I was to flip it the other way, like this, wait, I'm still like this. So if I was to flip it the other way like this, sorry, it's hard to hold it. If I was flipping it like this, then the northern hemisphere is slightly closer to the sun. So we have summer in the northern hemisphere. And in the southern hemisphere, it is winter because it's slightly farther from the sun. So if anyone asks you, why do we have seasons? It is because of the tilt of the earth, because the earth is tilted and compared to where it's located on the sun. So if it's like this, it's closer. Northern hemisphere gets summer. If it's like this, then the northern hemisphere has winter because it's farther. Okay, there's some really great videos out there if you want to find a better demonstration than my little circle things. But the Earth's tilt, so its relation to distance compared to the sun, is why we have seasons, because of the Earth's tilt. Okay, so your final product should look like this in your notebook. You have a diagram, some facts about the Earth, Moon, and Sun, and key vocab, and then why we have seasons, which is because of the Earth's tilt, changing the amount of sunlight we get from the sun. Okay, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day.